Welcome back to Pepper Jack Hawk Studios. I'm your host, Pepper Jack Hawk, and let's just discuss what I've been up to lately. Obviously, making videos, doing school, playing football games, just learning. And I've been obsessed with The Blackguard by A.J. Smith lately. I think this last couple months, it's the second, the first, the third, and the final one, the fourth one. So, can't really talk about 3 through 4 because I'm not doing spoilers. I will say, rating wise, I loved the first one. It was the start of something huge, and all the execution was great. The ending, I wanted more, I think. It was building and building and building, and then the ending of the whole series was very believable, I'll say that. But it left a lot to be desired, in my opinion. You fall in love with certain characters, you want more from them. You maybe hate other characters, and you just lose interest in certain ones. But overall, the concepts were great. You had all these different races. You had the humans, of course. You had giants, or the mention of giants, because they were gods. So there was very key central roles that they played, but you rarely saw them, which is fine. You had different types of blood, like dark blood. Let's see. There was a couple other types, but basically they just played different roles in the things. Sorry, you seeing glare on my eyeballs. Yeah. Ooh. So you have can't get out of that glare, but that's okay. So you had all these different pieces moving in. It's like the biggest war I've ever heard of until something else, but the biggest war building. It's called the Chronicles of the Long War. I don't know where you can see that, but it's on the back, I think. Chronicles of the Long War. So the whole thing is just a big war. Reminds me of Knights Templar or the Crusades. It's different things, and the aspects were great. There was, like I said many times, good knights, bad knights. It had everything. Definitely a darker read than some of the other stuff I may have read before. It's right up there with, I think, Game of Thrones as far as darkness, or Prince of Power by Michael Michelle. So, there is an audience for it. And maybe I expected too much, because all the build-up was so great and everything played its role super well. But then, when it came time to wrap up, I wanted so much more information. So, that might be my bad for getting that excited. But, it's definitely something I may revisit once upon a time. Because, you had everything. You had princes, knights, just war after war. You had men speaking for the gods, and communicating with the gods, or their aides or shades, or what you could call them. So, there was tons of directions this could have gone, and for the most part, 99% of the time, I loved it. There was, a few things here or there, but, I had a wild time. I think the 2 months that it took me to read the series, maybe a little longer. I was moving in the middle of it. But I really, really enjoyed it. Oh, man. There's not enough I can say about that. But I think rating-wise, I mean, if we're just going based off the book, the first one's a 5 star. Second one's still a 5 star. The third one, I think, goes to a 3.5 star. And the fourth one, honestly, the more I think of it, I think I was going to go 4 stars or 3.5 still. I think it's still 4.5. I mean, it was a good ending. I just, me curiously, I wanted more. Like, almost not a cliffhanger, not leaving me hanging. I just wanted more information. So, I did like it though, every moment of it. And so, the Chronicles of the Long War are over for the moment. Maybe revisit. Maybe he'll write more. I don't know. It was fun, and what a wild ride. I was only going to read one and then be like, okay, I'll get to another one. But when you hook you in, you get hooked in. Want to hear what everyone else is reading, or what is stuff that's on your TBR? Right now, I think my TBR is consumed. I own the first 4 of the Malazan of the Fallen, and let me tell you, not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but this is a huger war, like empires against empires, and I'm loving it. There are some characters that are more interesting than others, but I mean, overall, I'm only 260 pages into it. And the first book is over 600, so I've got a while to go before I can even begin to tell you how I feel about it. But as far as complexity, I get it. You shift from characters and characters back and forth, but I'm not having too much trouble following everybody. Just some maybe I don't care about, or some I'm not sure when to get invested in, because maybe it's a Game of Thrones situation where you don't know who's alive or gonna stay alive. So I mean, that is a thing. There's definitely that. So, the cast of characters are good. You have mages, you have bigger barbarians, kind of thing. There are some other things that I'm not sure exactly. It was basically a big military campaign, and the Empire is under attack and versus another empire, it seems, and you're following a group of soldiers, and yeah, I'm enjoying some epic wars lately. And I think my TBR is for the rest of the year going to be Malazan, but I think each one I may either find a standalone or another series to break in. So it's every other. So I'm reading something in between just to give myself refresh, unless, of course, sucks me in, then I'll keep going. But I think some of the other stuff on my list is, I'm having a brain fart. It's a lot of the books I've been sharing already lately, like, Blood of the Light. Why does that pop in my head? There's Brian Staley's the Empire series, the Bladed Empire. That's one I wanted to look into. Though I'm hearing mixed reviews, so I'm not sure exactly. Need to read the second of Michael Michel's Price of Power series, the second one. I need to get my hands on the third one. John Gwynne is coming out with another book this year. It's a part of a duology about Slovakian mythology. So, I mean, that one sounds interesting. Need to start writing more. I'm gonna start reading a lot of books about writing also. So there's that. Also, I'm going to school to be a nurse. So, I mean, there's quite a few things that might take up my time, but I'll still try to be consistent on this, trying to make this a thing, whether it's just for fun or it turns into something. I mean, either way, having fun, making my contacts, sharing you what I'm reading. I mean, the first line thing that just came to me because I was watching, I think, To the Ramble, and they did that a few times and seemed kind of fun. Might do a tier ranking one day. Um, just overall, I think I'm just excited about reading, which has always been a thing, part of my life. Um, there's a bunch of books. Like, I need to start buying very few books. But I've got one more coming in the mail, and then there's the John Gwynne one I said that was coming out. And might need to take a break and start getting rid of the ones on my shelf. Not getting rid of, but reading them. And then maybe deciding if it's worth keeping. Like, will I read it again? Or, will I ever read it kind of thing. Like, you gotta just be careful. You only have so much, reading space. Shelves. I do have a bookshelf in here. You can see that. You have the book by Jed Hearn that I showed once. I think my first video, maybe. But as far as the Blackguard, that one is a keep. Rest of the series is probably a keep. But it might be a long time before I talk about him again, if ever. Just great footnote to start this channel. I need to start, talking about more other authors as well. Like, I introduced you to some because we were reading the first lines and prologues. Like, we'll figure this out and give you some updates and my thoughts about different books. And I just want to know what you're reading. You can leave comments and, likes. That do help get the video out there if you think it's something other people enjoy. I'm down for book recommendations. I like stuff with swords, dragons, stuff like that. So dark fantasy, medieval stuff. Mostly fantasy. The occasional sci-fi will sneak in there. But we're more just swords, archery, bow and arrow and stuff like that. John Gwynne has been a heavy influence of mine lately. Probably since I've been married. Michael Weishart is another one. Michael R. Miller. Now we got Stephen Erickson and A.J. Smith, if there's any other books I could read by him. I'm not sure exactly if there's any more. Glad I found that one, though. Why can I not think of the book right now? There's another series, the trilogy by Michael Shackle? Or Shackleford? Shackles. Michael Shackles. And if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. But that trilogy looks epic. Every day there's a TikTok or a book review out there about some other new book, and I just want to read them all, I guess. Audio I listen to a lot. There's just no way not to just get invested in a book. Even if you only have a few minutes every day, you can just read it and you will definitely enjoy the process of reading. Just find a way to do your hobbies. Reading, writing, whether it's just gaming or talking to friends, playing video games. Do what makes you happy. Do what's important. Now, I appreciate you listening to me. If you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week. Most likely this might be the only one we get out, but that's not a football video. So have a great night and enjoy your rest of your weekend. Bye. Great day also.